Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls, welcome. Today I'm bringing you a reading for twin flames or high-level soul connections and separation. This is going to be for Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, and Cancer. So Cancer, is one of these signs your twin flame? Or either of these air signs, is this Cancer your twin flame? We're going to talk about separation. We're going to talk about energies leading up to it, what's going on sort of now in the separation. We'll talk about sort of like your soul's messages and lessons, shadows, things that need to be healed or worked on, maybe some hope for change. We'll pull some cards for that. And whatever else I feel drawn to pull in, I'll pull in. I'm going to leave timestamps, so don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, let's start with Cancer and Aquarius. All right, Cancer and Aquarius. This is an interesting combination. So let me just get my tarot out here and let's see sort of what was going on leading up to separation between these two energies of Cancer and Aquarius. Okay, so I feel like Aquarius is a little bit more on the stricter side. I feel like they're traditional, like traditional relationships. I also sense the divine masculine energy on the Aquarius side. I feel like this is the essence of divine masculine. Strong, I'm in control, I'm in my own power, like all those things. So I feel like this is somebody that also might be a little bit older, connected. It could be also just mature, older, and wanting like the stability, wanting like security in a relationship. Yeah. So I feel like they definitely felt this with Cancer. To me, this feels like that, oh, that ultimate connection. Oh, that like I've been looking for this person my whole life, like that kind of feeling. I also feel like they felt very in sync with you, very in key with you, and very drawn to you, magnetically drawn. I also feel like you both were on the same page about everything as far as what you both want. Yeah, I don't know if there was a lack of patience or, moving forward with the relationship, it required a little bit of balance, or on the Aquarius side, it could have been that Aquarius required more balance and more patience. I feel like this has to do with maintenance of the relationship. It's like how you manage it and how you take care of it and also how you take care of yourself. So I feel like that might have been some things that were activated, like sort of like a self-care, beware of overindulgences, that sort of thing, and learning to like manage your life better, your time better, and just holding, like I said, that patience going forward. Let's see. So I feel like Cancer is definitely waiting for some kind of connection with Aquarius, their twin. I feel like they're in an energy where they are not really taking any shit, though. Queen of Swords energy, that's like, I'm not taking no shit. I want an explanation. I want from you what I gave to you. And if you didn't give it to me, I'm kind of going to be short now, and I don't really know how I feel. I also feel like Cancer is in the divine feminine energy, and also that Cancer may have moved on a bit. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if the divine masculine counterpart of this twin flame or high level soulmate connection is a little bit put off by this and a little bit upset by this. And I feel like they just don't know how to get that back. So let's see what else. We're getting some jumpers. So we've got soul searching sort of for the Cancer aspect of this side of the union. I feel like this is sort of telling Cancer too, this is a time for you to be alone and soul search, but I feel like they're in that energy doing that. I also feel like they turned away enough from this out of frustration and lack of communication and lack of direction. This energy is very much like, hey, I'm fair, let's you be fair. If you're not fair with me, I'm going to turn my back on you. And you want to try to come back, it's going to be hell to pay. Because I don't take no SHIT from nobody. So, I don't know why I spelled that. The Hermit's like, hey, I got to go my own way right now. I got to find what makes me tick. I got to find what makes me happy. I got to, really dig deep in this soul of mine for answers and wisdom and intuition. All those things are waking up also in the divine feminine side. Let's get some more cards and sort of see here. Yeah, we've got sort of a a little bit of a back snap, I want to call it, like of an attitude. Like, I feel like this is somebody in this position that's like, I'm so angry that I just want to sort of bash you. I'll bash you to anybody who'll listen. And I feel like it's a little bit of like spying, okay? Like almost like looking online, spying on their profiles, like that kind of thing, okay? That's where I get that hermit energy too. So I feel like the divine feminine turned her back, and then it like haunted her. It bit her in the ass a little bit. And now she's like, well, I'm going to try to, I feel like maybe you're going to try to find them. But also kind of like a spying energy I'm getting. Okay. Yeah. Like, I'm tired of waiting. What's going on here? You know, I thought I put so much into this. How come I'm not getting as much as I put into this? I'm waiting for that bliss. It seems like it's never coming. To me, this is dig a little deeper. Go past the surface and reevaluate the roots of this connection. How did it start? How did you feel together? How did it end? What is the feelings now? To me, this feels like sort of a fed up. I'm tired of waiting. I'm losing patience. I thought I saw the potential, and I feel like now I don't see the potential. All right. I also feel like there's some type of feeling to me of I want to say almost like a motherly. Okay. So I don't know if like Aquarius feels very drawn to Cancer because they have this motherly sort of vibe. I don't know if that's because in the beginning they felt like they really, really wanted this to work and to the point of marriage and children. There's some of that energy lingering around here. And look, we've got some sacrificing, and we've got some sort of not being able to see the bigger picture. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on here. Let's get from the divine feminine now. Let's see how the divine feminine is feeling in this separation, and maybe some things for her to work on. We've got repression. So she feels repressed by her emotions. She feels repressed, like she couldn't speak what she wanted to speak. She couldn't say what she wanted to say. I feel like she's blocked a little bit too, like she's feeling very blocked. She also feels very tied to this, like she just can't move on no matter how hard she tries or how mad she is. She really can't completely move on. And we're getting a yes answer for divine feminine. Yes, be patient. Look, we've got vulnerable. So I feel like she just doesn't want her vulnerability to show. So that might be why she puts the tough front on, a little bit of that bitter, a little bit of that bitchy, because she's really deep down does not want that to show. Okay. She needs to be strong and a pillar of strength for herself. And she knows this. So the divine masculine, we're dealing with some immaturity. That could be what happened where they need to sort of rebalance life and sort of put priorities where they need to put their priorities. That's what I think that means. And we've got some time constraints, so they might be feeling like they're under the gun to perform or do better for themselves or have more money or change careers, something like that. And we've got impatient. Yeah, I did say something about patience. So I feel like Aquarius might have been ready and lost patience. All right. And Cancer kind of, I feel like, was like, look, I'm not going to rush for nobody. I have to do things my way and take my time. So I feel like that might have been why this went into separation a little bit. Let's see some soul lessons that are involved here. So we've got change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Now, this has to do with sort of like your soul lessons that you may have decided as a divine union before coming to earth. So change could be an issue that both of you have, like where you fear change or you don't feel comfortable or you don't want to go out of comfort zones. So that could be something that's being worked on in separation. All right. And we've got service. I feel good when I can help others. So there might be a part in your life where maybe your past life was privileged and then this life is going to be all about service. So it could be that, you know, finding service jobs or navigating towards service jobs like human services or public service really, really suits both of you. It could be that, you know, you need to both go those directions or one of you needs to go that way where you sort of figure out what type of work that's going to be, or is it going to be through donating things or charity? There's something about you needing fulfillment from this that is popping up, getting fulfillment from it. Okay, let's look at the shadows. We're going to do one for the divine feminine, one for the divine masculine, some shadows that sort of need to be worked out. Let's go with the divine feminine. We've got, I have difficulty leaving the past behind. So past issues need to be resolved here. And then for the divine masculine, we've got, I don't believe in myself, self-doubt wounds. So these are two things that these two need to sort of work out in separation. So the shadows are the hardest thing to sort of, get past. Because it takes a lot of courage to look at what's dark within yourself and want to fix it. So let's get something that will promote, like an energy that could promote change, or a change that will come while in separation. End of an era. Well, that could be that both of them are in places in life where they need to take the next step to something. It could be a job. It could be another different relationship even, guys. Yeah, it does happen. End of an era. It could be that you have to have another relationship, another soul connection relationship. Yeah, I'm feeling like this has a little bit to do with both their self-confidence and being able to accept like a natural ending. So I hope that was helpful. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Let's get on to Cancer and Libra. Cancer and Libra. Let's see what was going on leading up to separation. All right, so we've got Cancer, I feel like, working really hard, making blueprints for things that they want. Oh, look. We've got a lot of work stuff here. I feel like Cancer got acknowledged recently for hard work, heart recognition, sorry guys, of labor. I also feel like this is very important to their self-esteem. Big self-esteem card. I also feel like this is something they wished for. They also are thinking about their twin intensely. I feel like they're like, I want to be able to say or show how much work I've done on myself recently to their divine. So I feel like, this is also them sort of healing things, working on themselves. So maybe a lot of changes for the Cancer aspect of this divine connection. Let's look at Libra. Libra's waiting for them to come back. Yeah, Libra wants them to come back. They're sort of like, my world is not complete without them, or they want to share their world with them. Oh, we've got a Tower moment. So I don't know if Libra, in the context of this, like if this is before separation or leading up to, if Libra was like, I need you, I want you, and Cancer really had to work hard on their stardom. I feel like they needed to have the self-work or work at work, physical, like they were doing something, crafting, and now they're showing it and proud of it. They're really standing in their power. They're really having like their wildest dreams come true. I feel like Libra could have been like on the sidelines, like, I need you, I want to build something with you. I feel like Cancer had to build something for themselves first before they could share it with Libra. But this might have been what turned Libra away, or been their Tower moment. Yeah, because look, they want to give their love. They do want to give their love back. They're very much, I feel like, dependent on it. Like they know that they can't be happy unless they have this full love with their divine. Okay, so let's get from the divine feminine. See what the divine feminine is feeling, or some things possibly the divine feminine needs to work out. All right, we've got timeless. So some of the message here today will be timeless. Okay, just keep that in mind, divine feminines. This has to do with time is of the essence. So if there's things that you feel like you have not accomplished yet, nothing builds self-esteem and self-confidence like accomplishment. Okay, so I feel like there's something about a clock is ticking for the divine feminine, or she's also hung up on the time that it's taking for the connection to reinstate itself. Let's see what we've got here. We've got rumination, so really doing a lot of heavy thinking, and stand alone. It's a time just for the divine feminine to stand alone and stand in her power and know her power. I feel like, ruminating is more so what you're regretting that you didn't say or do. I feel like it was only supposed to lead you to the fact that you can stand alone and do what you need to do for yourself, and not have any other issues aside from what you need to work on in your own energy, in your own way, in your own self. So the divine masculine is having regrets. Yeah, I feel like, they're looking back on this. They're thinking. They're sort of also ruminating, I feel like. Let's see what else we've got. We've got freedom. So their freedom might have been important to them, but they regret it now. They might have wanted freedom in the days leading up to the separation, didn't know how to quite communicate that, but their freedom, I feel like they're regretting the fact that they walked out on this or walked away from this because they felt like they needed to have their freedom, or they felt like they were losing their freedom. And we've got a self-focus card. So yeah, they might be having some ego issues. I feel like ego has a lot to do with how we connect with others. And I feel like sometimes, yeah, in those messed up moments, we can worry about appearance or what we have in the bank or what car we drive. So I feel like they're a little bit hung up on that. Something they need to work on in separation. It could be why, you all split up. Let's see some shadows here. Shadows are things that, we don't like to look at, but help us, clear away bad energy and get in alignment with our twin. So for the divine masculine, look, we've got regret wounds. I knew it. I wish I would have done things differently. It fits perfectly because we got a regret card. So they're regretful of the way it ended, the way they treated you. They're also regretful of a lot of shit from their past. They're thinking now a lot about past they should have taken, and they didn't do it. So they're living with regret wounds. Divine feminine. Let's see what we've got for you. Lack of confidence. I have issues with believing in myself. So you're supposed to learn like that stand on my own, stand in my power lesson. It's a hard lesson when you've really felt down in the dumps over this. Like you have to pull yourself out of the dumps, I'm getting. Let's get some soul lessons here. Let's see what, part of your contractual soul lessons are. We've got forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Yeah, so one or both of you may have issues for forgiveness of the past, even past people, ex-boyfriends, ex-lovers, friends, co-workers, whatever it is you're carrying around, sort of like those inner secrets that harbor inside of us that we really don't want anybody to know. We don't want anybody to sort of like see that vulnerability. So forgiveness will also help you to reconnect. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, when people have hurt you and you know that this is like a big issue, and it's hard. And we've got trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Yeah, so a little bit of third eye work. Maybe some blocked third eye. I feel like this has to do with the whole thing of being together with trust and being apart with trust. Okay. And I also feel like you both are supposed to learn to trust your intuition more, is what I'm hearing from spirit. And that is hard when you're worried about like the ego manifestations. Okay. That's what I'm hearing. Like ego has to go first. Then you start to do that chipping away the new work on yourself. But yeah, these are some of the lessons that, maybe the two of you chose. And, there's challenges in your way so you can really apply these lessons. So let's see something for change. Something, a message about change or for change, or something to sort of look forward to that will change for the positive. Let's see. We're getting be true to you. Oh, I like that. So I feel like that's a gentle message to only be who you really are. Don't step into any unauthenticity, or like, I almost feel like spirit's like, don't even say fake it to make it either. Like, be who you are in the energy you're in. That's okay. Does that make sense? Like, don't worry about if you don't have like the CEO job. Don't worry about it if you don't have like the most biggest expensive car. I feel like those things are only masks and veils, and spirit's like, be true to really who you are. Like, who are you really? And be that person. Don't be any other version of yourself. Okay. All right. Let's get one more card to sort of wrap up. And this is from the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Patience. I love it. This requires more patience. I hope that was helpful. Please let me know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get on to Cancer and Gemini. Cancer and Gemini. This is an interesting combination. We've got water and air. All right. So let's see with Cancer and Gemini in leading up to separation. Okay, that's the energy sort of that I want to focus on. Sort of some major, like, what were some major things going on leading up to separation? Just let me give my cards a quick shuffle. Sorry, that's a little loud. All right. Ooh. Okay, so we've got a very grounded, very practical, very reliable, responsible energy on the Cancer side. Well balanced, very, very well managed person. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they sort of had to leave or move on or go another way with things. I also don't know if there was distance between these two, like physical distance or distance separation between these two. Got sort of like a young love on the Gemini side. I feel like this is like, I don't want to say puppy love. I feel like it's very innocent. It's like an innocent love, like an innocent love feeling. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely thinking about their twin here. Okay, so these are a little more masculine of energies. I'm feeling like the responsible roles are there. Like almost like the dad roles are there on both sides. I feel like this is why they connected. There's something with their fathers, or there's something with being in that stability energy. Maybe Divine Feminine could have a tad more masculine energy. That does happen. But they're both like very like all about family, all about like attitude towards life, like determined towards life, determined towards goals, really providing, saving money, being like disciplined. That energy is coming through. So let's see what else we're getting here. I mean, I kind of feel like, yeah, this really could be twin flame, true twin flame. I'm also getting a high level soulmate vibe here, but listen, something happened, abusive words, abuse of power, like power struggles here. Okay. I also feel like this was like cruelty. There was some cruelty going on here. Okay. So somebody had a lot of mouth on them or was very, very disrespectful. I also feel like Gemini's up at night, like can't quiet their mind. They're like, why won't my head just shut up about this? I want the stability. I want this person. They're like a wreck over the fact that they don't have this person right now. This energy, it's crazy because this is like a more of a negative energy, okay? King of Swords in reverse is not a nice person. Nasty, nasty. Very mean, cruel, barbaric. I have to have all the control. Abusive power is like, that would be like, almost like a corruption of love. Okay. And what I'm getting here is that something was not fair. There was a not fairness here. So let's get the Divine Feminine. Let's see what's going on with the Divine Feminine. These are sort of shadows, things that need to be worked out. So let's see what we're getting. We've got possessiveness on her end. Yeah. I mean, that's a sense to me that there's some abandonment behind that. Divine Feminine's like, I have to have you. I won't be with anybody else. I couldn't possibly get over this because I just have to be with you. I need to know what you're doing every second. I need to latch on to you. So there's something with that could be a father issue. Let's see what else we're getting. Face yourself. Yeah, there's going to be a time where you just can't go on anymore until you face this and heal it. Where does the possessiveness come from? Is it because you were cheated on in the past? Something is there, okay? So Spirit wants you to try to identify this. Look, we're getting accept the truth. So there's something that, you don't want to see. You don't want to believe. I don't know if there was infidelity going on here on one or both ends of this. But yeah, they want you to accept the truth about yourself, I feel like, and what happened and what is the now. I'm getting, you can't really dwell too much longer. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. And from the Divine Masculine, we've got envious. Yeah, something made them upset. They feel like, I feel like they feel a little bit possessive of you too. We've got moving on. Yeah, so I feel like they felt like they just couldn't take anymore. I don't know if there was flirting going on behind the scenes and they caught wind of it, or there was something that, you said that they didn't like it. This is almost like a hide and seek game, I'm feeling. Because I feel like even though this says moving on, they're never really all the way gone. I feel like they're too still thinking about you, wondering what you're doing, Divine Feminine. And I feel like it's more like a restless energy with them, okay? Let's see what else we're getting. We've got fear of commitment, and this one wanted to come too, and possessive. So, wow, what a conundrum there, huh? Fear of commitment and possessive. So I feel like fear of commitment all boils down to how committed are you to helping each other's happiness in the relationship. Like, are you going to elevate each other? Are you going to be there on the worst days, on the worst times? Are you not going to complain about it? Are you going to strengthen up for your partner? Are you putting the energy into it? Sometimes fear of commitment means they just don't want to put the energy into it, okay? It could also be because they don't want to lose their freedom, or they're afraid in some way, or the vibe coming off of the other person was a controlling vibe. So that is definitely why this is all in separation. So let's get some shadows before we close up. the reading, and we'll end with sort of a life changes, a butterfly card or soul's journey. All right, so for the Divine Masculine, we've got fear of the unknown. I have issues with anxiety. Yeah, so they may be worried about the future and they don't know how to stabilize it. They want to stabilize it, but that fear is like holding them back, I feel like, from their ultimate happiness. Let's see what we're getting for the Divine Feminine. We've got fear of betrayal. I don't trust easily because I've been hurt before. Wow. These could also be in reverse too, guys. So don't worry about it if it doesn't resonate that way. So yeah, the Divine Feminine's got some betrayal issues. She may have been cheated on. She does not want to be hurt. Let's get a soul lesson out that you both decided upon to learn before coming back to Earth. We've got growth. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. Self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. So working on these two things in separation sort of would be the goal, to come back together with these two areas of life worked out, or more towards going towards like a growth way where you both feel cleansed and you're going through new doors of perception. That's what I'm hearing from Spirit. So let's see something for a change. We've got relationship dynamics. Interesting. So I feel like you were supposed to learn here that in a healthy relationship, possessiveness cannot exist. In a healthy relationship, low self-esteem cannot exist. Anger, torment, fears, anxieties, the way you feel about yourself, self-interest, ego, these things cannot exist, okay? And they don't belong in twin flame union. So Spirit wants you to really hone in on what was said here today so you can start to work on these things, because the more work you do, the more your twin is going to feel it. And if you are truly twin flames, they will start to fall right in suit with what you're doing too. And when you reconnect, there will be sort of like this beautiful afterglow of the work that you've done. I hope that this was helpful, guys. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check my description box for private info for my private readings. That's what I wanted to say. And I wish you all the best as always. Thank you so much for watching.